Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans, where creative planning and organization comes to life. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be doing a flip through of my catch-all Frankenplanner system. I'll be showing you guys all of my completed after the pen spreads from the month of August, and also going through my planner setup a little bit so you can just see what my current planner setup is. And if you have any questions along the way, feel free to check the video description. I should have all of the products that I'm using, the main products here linked, as well as some reference videos or things I may reference as I'm going through the setup. And finally, be sure to check my after the pen spreads for anything that you see, decor, stickers, things like that. I have a playlist for each of my sections, so if there's something you see that you like, check out the plan with me if it exists. If not, go ahead and just drop a note down in the comments letting me know what you're looking for. Maybe give me a timestamp so that I can find it and give you the information that you're looking for. Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and get started. First off, I have these Happy Planner discs. These are expander rings and a DIY cover I made in my summer refresh. I also have here a sticky dash, which I made, and a pen loop, which is also a DIY project with my Friction 4 color pen, which I use all the time. I have my planner divided into 6 main sections. These sections here on the side are for each of those main sections. I have my inbox section, my goals section, my productivity section, my collection section, and then my schedule section, which is where we're going to spend our time today. I have gone through those sections briefly in previous flip throughs, so if you want to know more about the inserts I'm using in there and just how that's set up, do check a previous flip through. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet, so hopefully we can get through this pretty fast and it'll be a nice, fun viewing experience for you guys. So my first planner is a year planner in here, and I have a couple of inserts from my shop. I have my year at a glance with this vellum overlay of important dates and holidays, which was a freebie I gave away. Then I have my future log, which this was the first half of the year, and we're into the second half. I also have my little key here to help me organize this at a glance, which is nice. It's just a little DIY project I made out of an old sticker sheet. Behind that, I have my yearly work schedule, which I don't share. I also have my yearly habits, which is again another insert from my shop. And we are in the last half again of the year, so been filling that out daily with more self-care items. That is almost all of my annual pages, and then the last section of my year planner is my year memory spread. And for this, I am doing a monthly lined layout, and I'm just doing a memory keeping type of spread. So in this spread, I write down a highlight from the day or just something memorable from the day, and I color code it. I did do a setup video on these pages before the month begins, so if you're just curious on how I do the decor, do have a video on that. In the middle here, I also have my summer bucket list insert that I made, a little DIY project that I also gave away as a freebie for printing. And I've been kind of plugging away at these summer items, which has been really fun, but pretty ready for a new fall bucket list, which should be coming soon to my channel. And then on the back of that monthly layout, I also have a currently page set up. I just keep track of just some of the fun things that I have going on in that month, including what I'm reading, what I'm watching, those kinds of things. So that is the very first planner in this section, my schedule section. The next planner that we're going to be reviewing is my faith planner. And then for my faith planner, I also do a monthly theme setup for it. I, in the past, have done the entire month, including the weeklies, in the same theme. the last 2 months, July and August, I skipped doing the weeklies and only focused in on the monthly pages. So this was how the theme turned out. This first spread is called my Faith Overview spread, and again, it's something from my shop. I have a prayer list. I also have some habits that I track as part of my morning faith routine. And then over here we have my spiritual check-in area with some spiritual prompts that just kind of check in with your life spiritually. Let's say that a million times. And you could just kind of fill it out at your leisure. The next spread I have behind that is just a monthly spread. This one I've been using to track my daily Bible reading. I track those verses here on the spread along with a takeaway or an application when I can. I've been struggling to make enough time in the morning to do my full faith planner routine lately. So even the application has kind of fallen off a little bit, but I'm trying to reset and, get back to where I was before in September. So hopefully that you will see filled out better than you have these last 2 months. That said, that is the monthly. And then, like I said, I didn't do any weeklies this month. So the very last thing I have in this part of the planner is my faith project page. And this I get directly from the littlefaithblog.com. Every month she puts out this little Bible plan, and I just print it off and try to follow along the best I could. This month I followed along with all of the verse readings, but it was a kind of Christian country summer playlist. And I'm not a huge country fan. Don't hate me in the comments, but country is probably one of my least favorite genres, so I gave it a chance, but I just wasn't into the country music that much. So I just went ahead and focused it on the verse readings, and that served me well throughout the month. That's pretty much it for August in my faith planner. We'll go ahead and skip ahead to my monthly cleaning list, which I haven't reset for September, but you can see how I'm using it. So basically I number the weeks each time and, define what month it is, and then just kind of use this throughout the month to see what needs to be done and check off things as I can. So I'll wipe this down with some alcohol. I'll use a fine point Sharpie for this and reset it for September, and that should serve me well. This was a DIY project I made many years ago, so there is a video on it if you're interested. And then on the back, I also have annual cleaning items there. So that's at the very back of my faith planner to share the tab with that faith project page, just so I remember to check this every day. All right, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to the next planner, which is, I'm already there, which is my health planner. And for the month of August, I also theme out the monthly pages in the same theme. So for this one, I just had some really nice PET tape in this vine theme, and I use that throughout just to give it some color and some life, since these pages tend to be very functional. I also set these pages up custom, at least this page in particular, with a step tracker and habit trackers. So this insert, as is not available in my shop, but I do have some variations on these if you are interested. I tracked my steps, which I did pretty well as some healthy habits I wanted to keep up with. Over here, I have my fasting hours. This is for my 1 meal a day fasting, although it's been a little off the rails lately as far as sticking to 1 meal a day lately. And so I just use this to track my hours, and it's been very helpful just to get a good picture of how I'm eating, when I'm eating, if one meal is working for me, or if I've been eating more than one. So that's how that turned out for August. Then I have my health monthly, which I've been using to track my workouts every day, along with the total calories that I eat and the protein I consume. I've been having some goals to up my protein this year, getting to 100 grams or more a day. It's nice to see it all at a glance and see how I did for the month. I also have been trying to just keep an eye on my total calories, since they could sometimes just get totally out of whack if I don't pay attention. So this insert has just been a really good use of tracking for me to keep me in line with my health goals. So here is my first weekly, and this one was a fun one. I did a rainbow spread or a gradient spread sort of with some food items at the top and the bottom using some older Happy Planner stickers. And then I also mixed that with a newer sticker book from the Happy Planner and some washi just to give it some nice color. So that is the first week. And here is the second week. This one, again, I used some stickers, but this one I believe was from Play Anything, this actual quote sticker. The floral stickers are from Journal Say, as well as the PET tape behind these black boxes. The boxes are from Play Anything, and the washi tape was from Michael's a long, long time ago. I make my own little stat stickers here. I just make those on my computer, print them out, and then cut them up for use in my planner. And what I track on my weeklies are as follows. I usually will track my workouts with the time I spent doing the workout as well as the calories burned. I will also track my food log for the day and then my stats off of my Apple Watch. So that's what you'll see on pretty much every week, just in different forms depending on the decor. So here is the next week, and this one was super fun. I really liked the tropical vibes on this one. I used a mix of some older Happy Planner books. So I think this one was like a teacher floral sticker book from way back when. The palm trees and some of the florals I think are from either Live Love Posh or Play Anything. I can't remember which. The washi tape was from an Amazon haul, as well as the Scotch tape, washi tape. And I think that's it. I think that's all that I used on this. But I really liked the colors and just the summer vibes that I've been using to end with a bang. Next, we have this last spread, which again was very summer focused. I was trying to use up all the summer stickers before we get into the serious fall time. And again, another kind of rainbow spread. I just find with some of these random stickers that I see in a lot of the newer Happy Planner sticker books, if they're going to give you decor, they're usually all shapes and sizes, and I don't know, just kind of weird to be honest. But I had a couple sticker books with those, so if I tried to order them in a way, either by color or by whatever they are, sometimes that makes it feel a little bit more cohesive as a design. So that's what I ended up doing with this one on a diagonal. I think this was a one sticker book spread, if I'm not mistaken. So it was all from one Happy Planner seasonal sticker book that came out not too long ago. And then finally we have my Symptom overview sheet, which again is another custom item. It's a hybrid of my meds and supplements tracker and my Symptom overview tracker. I use this daily to track things that I'm, putting on my body or ingesting for health and well-being. And then I keep track of my chronic allergy and asthma symptoms on this side just to see overall how the month was and how I did. So that was my health planner for August. And we're going to go ahead and jump to the back of September here so you can see what else I have at the back of this planner. I have some annual pages for my health planner that I keep here, basically again on the same tab with that symptom overview insert. And in this, I have my health stats, which track basically for the entire year all of the major stats that I track also on the daily in a month format. And here I have my monthly totals and then my daily averages, and this is available in my shop. Behind it, I have my measurements tracker and then my daily weigh-in tracker as well. So those ones I don't share, but that's what's behind these two pages, and I have it so that I can easily get to that on a daily basis to put in my daily weight, basically. And then this was an insert I made years ago, but I keep it in here just because I like this back page with these kind of friendly reminders on how to keep my weight in check. So I keep that in there for reference. Finally, we are on to my agenda planner. And here I, again, theme out all the monthly pages in the same theme, but the weeklies will be different. So for the monthly theme for August, I did this kind of early fall, late summer, bookish theme with plants. And this one was fun. Lots of cute stickers, and I really did like the green and orange. Not quite yet fall, but just hinting at fall with those orange tones. This is an insert. It's a half of an insert that's available in my shop, the month overview. So I use this for a nice monthly checklist, and then habits I want to keep track of that are more production or goal related. And then on this side, this is just an undated monthly layout so that I had a little bit more room to spread out and add in my schedule for the month. And I keep this one pretty simple. I usually don't have much going on, so it makes it easy to use this smaller format for a monthly. The next spread is my monthly goals and weekly tasks. I almost always do a setup video on this, although I don't think I did one for August just because I was in a bit of a time crunch with my vacation. So if you want to see how it turned out, these are the pages and the final setup that I did. Many of the goals I pull from my quarterly goals, so they look very similar from month to month within a quarter. So these first 3 goals are very related to the previous month and also to September. And then I usually pick one new goal every month just to focus in on for the month. And this month I decided to try to work on my portfolio a little bit, but I just did not want to. So I put it in here and I kind of started to think about it, but I just decided to prioritize some other things this month. And I will revisit this at a later date. I just really have a mental block on doing this project, but I'm hopeful that my goal for September will help me with this and maybe simplify the process so it won't be so daunting in my mind. And over here, like I said, I have my weekly tasks. This is related to my goals, and if you want to see that kind of connection and how I set these guys up, I do have videos for all the previous months if you just want to see the process. So here is the first month of August. I am using an hourly dashboard lined version from my shop. There are 2 versions. There's a grid version and then a lined, and I've been using the lined for the last half of the year. I really have been loving this layout this year. It's married 2 things that I really, really, really needed, which is a way to time block my time and see how my day is going to go before it actually goes so that I can, make time for the things I need to make time for. And then also I have checklists and any important kind of call outs over on this side in a dashboard format. So this is how it turned out. I don't remember if I did a plan with me on this one or the next one, but I think I did one this month. So this one was super fun. I used a lot of stickers from Journal Say in my last couple of hauls. I have the birch trees, which were fun. These are PET stickers along with the film strip. And this was also PET tape. These little quote stickers are actually from Amazon. I got a bunch of those in one little set, which I can give you the link for if any of these are catching your eye. I also have some solid washi and then this kind of film strip washi, which was from Journal Say for sure. The orange one, I don't remember if I got that from Daiso or somewhere else. Also some script washi, which was also from Amazon. So that's, I think, pretty much all the decor I used on here, but I just loved the vibes, loved the feels and the orange and black tones. I think it came out really cute. So for this one, I ended up pulling in mostly Journal Say stickers once again. I think I married this with one of the Happy Planner sticker books. One of the moodier ones, maybe not botanicals, but something like that, like dark florals or something. One of the newer ones though. And I grabbed some, this is a sheet that was all brick, and I cut it up to kind of mimic cut-ins of the brick for some texture. I added some mushroom stickers, which I think were either from Amazon or from Journal Say. Some branch stickers as well from Journal Say. These circle stickers are from a super old box set that I got from Your Creative Studio. I think that's it. And I used the pens. I used Right Tech pens for this, brush tip pens, similar to this one right here, which is nice because it has a brush tip on the end. So you can make it kind of small or thin, or you can make it thicker, like a highlighter. So I use that throughout for the color of the week. Next, we have this really warm, kind of like, again, late summer vibe spread. I added some brushed blending ink in here in a warm yellow and almost like a brown tone. Kind of blended those behind some PET stickers that I got from my last Journal Say haul. This is also from Journal Say. I think this was a PET tape that was just windows and doors, so I cut that out and married that with the, I think, dried floral sticker book from Frankenplanner for some of the quotes in the boxes and things. The washi tape, I believe the script one is from Journal Say. The, what would you call that, plaid is from Plannything, and then the floral kind of greenery was either from Journal Say or Amazon. I can't remember which. Again, used some highlighters. I think these ones were mild liners this week. And Bob's Your Uncle. And then this was the last week. I had a couple of sticker books that I was just kind of looking through, and I did want to do a back to school theme. Wasn't really sure though if I had the stickers that I wanted for it. Came across this page of these peach-backed stickers, and I wasn't real sure how to use them, but I kind of liked the vibes of them. So I ended up doing this wreath with the glasses. I do like little reading glasses whenever I see those as stickers. So this kind of brought me joy and gave me a little bit of back to school without being too overt. I pretty much used everything on that page and a couple of other supporting stickers from that sticker book. And I think that was basically it, along with the washi tapes that I used, which have a solid peach tone that matches the background. Just a plain dot washi here that I think I got from Amazon. And then this other yellow striped washi, which came in a set from a long time ago, I think from Michael's. Again, I used some pens. I think this time I used my Mona Me pens for this that I just picked up in my Amazon haul in spring or summer. And that's it. So that's basically how I did it. And I really liked how this one turned out, actually. It was kind of a bright, fun way to end summer. The last spread in this section is my social media spread. This is a customized single-page monthly that I use specifically for social media, that I track all of my stats on each month in Instagram and YouTube. I also track last month versus this month as far as my goals and the weekly tasks that I do for social here. And then on this side, this is just my schedule for social media videos and posts on Instagram. Nothing on the back, and that's basically it for my agenda planner. I don't have anything at the back of this one because I have that social media spread. So that is the end of the planners we'll be going through for today. I do have one more planner at the back of the section, which is my finance planner. And I do have a setup video if you just kind of want to see how I set it up and how I'm using it. I also have one more tab in my 6-tab section here, which is my reference tab. And in it, I have some long-term storage tabs, which I have here at the bottom, not to confuse them with the ones in the top, for personal, business, work, and social. And in there, I also have some cute dashboards for summer, which I show in my summer refresh. Finally, at the very, very back, I have one more pocket folder. This was another DIY project I made for a summer refresh with a pen loop and my 4-color pen here. Again, a friction pen, so I can erase. And one last sheet of dot grid paper here for extra note paper and my back cover from my DIY. Woo! Short and sweet. I like this quicker format, so hopefully you guys do too. Let me know down in the comments below if you prefer this more fast-paced flip through or if you like a little bit more detail on my planner setup each month. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Also, to go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you next time. Bye.